Imagine if you could actually see your brain waves or, your heartbeat, maybe even your voice kind of wiggling through the air.
Yeah, not just hear it, but actually watch its invisible dance.
Sounds a bit intense, maybe even a little revealing, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And today we're doing a deep dive into something called an interactive spectrogram generator.
Okay, sounds technical.
It does, but it's actually a tool that gives this surprisingly intuitive shortcut to understanding that hidden world of signals.
Right, so our mission today is to pull out the really fascinating bits from this educational tool, see how it turns abstract data into something visual, a story even.
And maybe, just maybe, touch on a few darker, more humorous aspects of being human along the way.
All drawn from the source, excerpts from Interactive Spectrogram Generator, signal analysis tool.
Exactly. So first off, what is a spectrogram? It's basically this powerful way to visualize the frequency content of a signal.
Okay.
Think sound, biological data, anything really. And crucially, how those frequencies change over time.
So it makes the unseen sort of visible, like a dynamic map.
Precisely. A dynamic, often color-coded map. And what's neat about this generator is it's real-time, interactive, and it uses synthetically generated data.
Meaning?
Meaning you get this hands-on learning experience without needing, fancy lab equipment or real biological sensors.
Yeah.
It's designed as an educational resource.
Accessible. Lets you just jump in and play with signals to understand signal processing basics.
Yeah, you can literally play with signals.
Yeah.
Which brings us to a pretty intriguing part, the EEG signal controls.
Ah, the brainwaves.
Right. Imagine having sliders to tweak your own simulated brainwaves. You can independently adjust the amplitude for delta waves.
That's deep sleep, right? 1 to 4 hertz?
Yep. And theta, which is
Yeah.
sort of drowsy, 4, 8 hertz. Then alpha, that's your calm, awake state, 8, 12 hertz. And beta, for active thinking, 13, 30 hertz.
Okay, so having direct control like that, it feels a bit like playing God, doesn't it? What happens if you just crank up the beta waves? The example has beta amp at 0.9, pretty high.
Well, yeah, simulating that hyper-alertness, maybe even anxiety, it really forces you to see how tiny changes in these signals could relate to, well, massive shifts in our internal state. It teaches you that relationship directly.
Or maybe trying to silence your inner monologue by dialing alpha down.
It makes you think,
Mm.
definitely. And then there's the flip side, the noise. The tool mentions artifact type, though it's none in the example,
Okay.
but also global noise level. In the example, it's 0.88, which is actually quite significant.
So it shows how easily real signals get messy.
Exactly. How noise can just obscure the features you're looking for. It's kind of a digital echo of our own noisy internal landscapes, right? Constant distractions.
A very apt comparison, so it's not just brain activity, it simulates.
Oh, no, not at all. It handles other signals, too, like ECG, the heart's electrical activity. You can switch between a normal rhythm and an erratic arrhythmia.
Visually showing health versus dysfunction. That's powerful.
It is. And also PPG, photoplethysmogram, which relates to blood volume changes, shows its versatility.
And what about how it's displayed? Does that help understanding?
Absolutely. There are display settings like using a logarithmic y-axis.
Why logarithmic?
Well, it's particularly useful for distinguishing those low-frequency components, like the different EEG bands we talked about. It spreads them out visually.
Makes sense. Otherwise, they'd be squished at the bottom.
Right. And then there's the automation feature.
Yeah.
For the truly, let's say, efficient learner.
Ah, efficient. You mean lazy?
Maybe. Dynamically animates the parameters for you, so you can just sit back and watch how things change without touching the sliders yourself. The tool that teaches you even while you nap.
Love it. Okay, looking ahead, the future directions sound pretty interesting. Complex signal mixing, like combining an alpha wave with 50 hertz power line noise.
Yeah, think about that. It's almost a metaphor for modern life, isn't it?
How so?
Your peaceful alpha state, your calm focus, constantly getting buzzed by this background hum, this interference.
It's like trying to meditate next to a construction site.
Pretty much. It teaches you about signal contamination, why filtering is so important.
And what about real-time audio input? Processing your own voice from a microphone.
Ooh, now that's provocative.
Right. Imagine seeing the raw, unfiltered visual truth of your own voice. Would you like what you see? Would karaoke night ever be the same?
It's a confronting idea, for sure. Seeing your own vocal fingerprint laid bare.
Then there's the more technical stuff mentioned. Advanced STFT controls, FFT size, windowing functions like hamming, Blackman.
Yeah, that points toward the sophisticated math behind it all, the techniques needed to fine-tune the analysis for different purposes.
And finally, data export. Saving the spectrogram as an image or the raw data as like CSV or WAV files.
Which leads to the ultimate self-tracking possibility, doesn't it?
Archiving every last twitch and hum of your existence for, I don't know, future analysis. Or maybe just digital hoarding.
Could be. It taps into that obsession.
So wrapping this up then, what's the core takeaway from this deep dive, this interactive spectrogram generator? It seems like more than just code.
Definitely. It's a really insightful tool. It makes the invisible world of signals visible, understandable. It helps you grasp these fundamental ideas of signal processing by letting you actually see the hidden dynamics. Brainwaves, heartbeats, sound.
It turns abstract concepts into something you can interact with.
Precisely.
Which leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener. If you could visually dissect every little signal inside you, or even just the sounds around you every day.
Yeah, what would you truly learn? What profound insights, or maybe what uncomfortable truths might surface?
And perhaps more pointedly,
Yeah.
what parts, once you'd seen them visualized, would you wish you could just unsee? Or maybe unhear?